Okay guys, we're back. I'm looking at the wine. We're a little bit more than halfway through the fermentation process. I tried out the apple cider wine. The taste of it's pretty good, but the one for the rhubarb, there's a reason why it's rhubarb. It is tart like you wouldn't believe. It's sour, it's bitter. Unfortunately, I was looking forward to have a green wine, but we're going to have to change it up a bit. It's not sweet enough. I've already added 5 cups of sugar to it. It's not happening. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to add to the wine a couple of cans of concentrated strawberry juice. There's a little bit of kiwi in there too. So it's going to be now a strawberry rhubarb kiwi wine. So as I add the can to it, you'll notice it's going to add a lot of sugar to the mixture, and it's probably going to start bubbling and fizzing away. So have a quick look. I'm just starting to like the color though. It's changed from green to pink to almost orange now. So I'm going to open up the second can. It's just a little plastic pull thing here that releases some of the pressure between the metallic can and the cardboard of the can. Or it's actually not a can, it's just a container. Here we go. Obviously, as you can see, I had removed some of the liquids at the bottom here so that it doesn't overexert the carboy. Check all the sediments at the bottom. So now that that's there, I am going to stir the whole mixture up. Here goes a cloud. So at this point we'll see you back in another 2.5 weeks to where we're going to separate the sediments from the liquids, then filter out the wine into bottles. So see you then. Okay guys, we're back. I'm going to show you one of the last steps that we have to do for our wine creation. I've had a little bit more light so it's a lot clearer for everybody to see. What we're going to start off by doing is adding this envelope of Shitosan. I hope I'm saying this right. This is a pouch of liquid that will basically kill all of the remaining yeast that might be in our mixture of wine. This will make sure that the fermentation is going to stop and will not continue once it's in the bottle. So I'm going to add this in the mix. Stir it up for 2 minutes so that it goes within all of the mixture, all of the sediments, and kill the yeast. Then we'll let it stand for an hour. Once the hour is complete, we are going to add this pouch. It's called Kyselsol or Kyselsol. What this envelope is going to do is it will cloud up the whole basically liquid. Once it's added in, the cloudy mixture will travel from the top to the bottom and clear out all of the very fine sediments. So our wine mixture, as you can see right now, it's a nice orangish color. This will become very, very clear. Once the clear is done, we'll separate it into another carboy and then pass it through a filter, which will actually clean it even more if you want. And then we'll bottle it up and we'll show you how it's bottled up. So now we're going to cut the Shitosan envelope and stir it into the mix. Got the damn scissors. Darn wine newbie. Okay, so as you can notice, the bubbler is no longer bubbling. That means that the wine has actually finished fermenting inside. So this is why we'll add the Shitosan envelope. It has now been 1 month and 1 week, so the wine is pretty much complete. So here we go, adding the final step. Now we must mix the whole thing for 2 to 3 minutes. There we go. Alright, 3 minutes. Now we're going to let it stand for an hour and let the yeast completely die out. Alright, it's been a little over an hour, and if you notice, there's a lot more sediments at the bottom here. And actually the sediments are moving, which is really weird. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. It's very odd what happens, but anyways, it's trying to kill all of the yeast sediments from in there. So now I'm going to put in the Kai cell sol or whatever. This is what's supposed to cloud over and bring everything down to the bottom. So here we go. This is really strange. A lot of the sediments are clumping up and end up at the top. Okay, I have to stir this now for 30 seconds and then let this thing do its job and bring all the sediments to the bottom. And there you have it. So the next step, we are going to be filtering out the wine. We're actually going to separate the wine from this carboy into an empty carboy to get rid of the sediments. Then we will filter out all the remaining little sediments that the Kai cell salt might not have picked up and brought to the bottom. So then we'll show you also how we bottle the wine. Alright, that's the next step. Alright, we're back with the final step for our wine. We've put the yeast killer and the clarifier in our wine to bring all the sediments down. Now what we're going to do is we're going to filter the wine out from the initial carboy in through a filtering system that has 2 filtering pads down into the other carboy, which is going to have your very clear sediment-free wine. And once that's done, we're going to taste it. And if it's not sweet to our likings, we're going to add sugar. And we're also going to add a couple of Allen's apple juice just to boost up the flavor. So we're going to start up the pump. It'll push air through, push the wine down into the hose, through the filter, into the other carboy. So here we go.
That's a little pump right here. We're going to push some air down onto the hose, into this.
As you can see, the wine is moving over. It's pushing it through here into the filter. And once all the crevices are done through the filter, it's going to come out through our hoses here. And here's some of the wine that's going through right now.
Stop it, I gotta go.
Our clear filtered wine. So if you notice a difference, in color. Nice brownish color here. What comes out is almost going to be a clear, almost lemonade. So we'll let it go through for a while. Alright, we've got the nice filtered wine right now. I don't know if you can see my hand behind it. It's very, very clear, really nice color. And if you look at the other carboy with all the crud from the other apple juice, that's going to be thrown away. Now we've tasted it a little bit and we notice it's a little bit sour for our taste. So as we said a while ago, we're going to add a couple of cans of apple juice just to concentrate the apple flavor. So here we go.
These are some of the ways you can cheat on your wine. I'll get a bit close, guys. Mimi just told me that she noticed the juice actually in the wine. See? Cool. I forgot my my alcohol taster, not tester. I got the taster right here. The tester that gives out the percentage of alcohol. I'll be bringing a bottle home and I'll test it and tell you guys how much alcohol there is in it.
Two cans gonna top it up pretty darn close.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
And I would say there's still a little bit of apple juice in there. It'll concentrate the flavor. Should we actually stir it?
Yeah.
See, this is what we tasted a little bit a while ago. So, if you can notice a difference in color, it is also a little bit opaque on this one. So I'm going to go empty this, put about the same amount of this stuff in, taste it out, see how it is, then fill the rest up with a can of juice and start bottling. We'll see you in a bit. Alright, so we're really now at the last phase of our wine. What we're going to do is we've put the pump on top of the filtered water, or the filtered wine, and we've topped off the sugar that we wanted on it, and we also added a little bit more concentrate of the apple juice. So now it's pretty much the flavor we want. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fill up a couple of wine bottles. We'll get Denis to turn the pump on. And these bottles of wine shouldn't take too long to fill. So it's coming up. Okay. Really nice shot, didn't he?
Yeah.
He got the wine up all the way up there.
I know my liquor.
He knows his liquor. Okay, so now the wine came back up. Now, what we're going to show you is that for these bottles of wine, we've also soaked some corks into lukewarm water. Yes, that would call me a cork soaker. Cork soaker. Yeah, one of those. So anyways, after it's been soaking for a while, we take one of the corks and we slam it down. No, that won't work.
No, you need a hammer.
Yeah, a hammer. So what we did is, we've got actually a wine bottle corker. So what you do?
Okay, let me unstrap this thing.
Okay, I'll let you.
Okay, here we go.
So what we do right now is we press down the plate, put the bottles, and underneath it, there's actually grooves to where the bottle has to fit. And then you let it go. Now what you do, put a cork right into the hole if you wish. So then, you take your corking machine Slowly pull it down, and as you can see, the cork gets put into the middle right above the bottle, but it also starts getting squished, and because it's wet, it'll allow the cork to get smaller. The little knob will push the cork into the bottle. When you take it out, and you release the bottle is now corked. So you've got a nice corked, filled up bottle of wine. If you want to be really pretty, you can put a little label, Denmark wine, something cute like that. But basically, your finished product, apple cider wine.